Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back, oh my gosh, sorry, that was my water bottle, to Krista Chronicles. Today, as you can tell by the title, I feel like I'm getting weird shadows, there we go. We are looking through the decks I have out right at this moment for summer. So I just kind of redid my two shelves I keep for mainly my daily pull, my morning pull decks. I've got one for tarot, one for oracle, and switched things around because we had a heat wave this week and it's really gotten me in the mode of wanting like bright colors, real like summer deck. Also to say it was the summer solstice, so like kind of phasing out the ones that felt a bit more spring, bringing in some color for summer. I'm really excited about it. So let's get into it. I'm attempting to stay organized, so if this seems a bit more choppy than usual, I basically am taking a small pile of decks, but then when I'm done going through those, I'm gonna put them back on the shelf. So that way I didn't have like this big pile of decks on the floor. Yeah, that's felt like it made some sense. Anyways, we're starting with tarot, because that's the first shelf. Beginning with the good tarot. I'm so excited. This is one, I haven't really used this much. And I know it gets some talk about it being like real light washy, whatever. I disagree. That's just my opinion of it. I don't think it really is a super light washy deck. Does it lean positive? Absolutely. But I think this is what I always say about this deck, so sorry if I just repeat myself every single time I show this. I feel like there's something to be said for the ability to kind of call out your BS with positive words. Because if I pull a certain card, like the Sun card, even if the guidebook in this makes it super light and positive, if I am not currently looking at the world in that way, if I've just been like really pessimistic and quick to see the bad in things, if I pull this card and that's what it says, isn't that kind of, or couldn't it be calling out that kind of behavior? That's my thoughts on it. I think it's so beautiful. It just feels summery to me because I don't know, it feels like this underwater world. And I pulled this out very specifically to pair with an oracle that I will show. The Seashell Oracle. I don't know why I have to like keep the suspense on that. From Broccoli Magazine. Beautiful pairing. At least visually. I haven't tried reading with them together yet, but I just think it's gonna be so good. These backs make me so happy. It feels like a carpet that was recovered from Atlantis. I love it. So, the good tarot. Alrighty. Oh, I'm trying not to make piles. Right. Okay. Herbcrafters. Of course. Are we surprised? Absolutely not. Such a classic summertime deck. Do we really even need to spend that much time on it? I love this nettle card specifically because this is exactly what my yard looks like with these vines in the background. I saw this kind of butterfly just yesterday. I get so much nettle in my yard, which I love, and that's exactly what it looks like, so I love that card. But yeah, this just makes me really think of I have this plant. It must have seeded from somewhere else because I haven't had it in this house. I used to have tons of these in the house I rented before we moved here. And I missed seeing this, and this year one popped up in a spot that actually is very convenient for it to be. So very excited about that. It just makes me think of my garden and how I can just walk outside my door and get herbs for cooking and growing our own food. I have this that just opened up yesterday, my Bee Balm, and I have the red color as well, so I also really like that card. But yeah, just beautiful, classic summertime deck, Herbcrafters. Okay. Next up, the Faerie Tarot. I need to make a bag for this so bad. The box is falling apart, but another one that feels so summery. I'm so excited. Just color. I love color all year round, but this time of year is really when I lean into it heavily. And, I mean, hello. If we're talking color, this is the perfect deck. With these colorful borders and the artwork. I love it. I love it. This feels like true height of summer fairies to me, where I also, of course, love the Victorian Faerie Tarot, but that one feels a bit more kind of springtime. I'll use it too in like the winter. This to me is like height of summer, going even into that harvest season. I love it. And I love, this deck definitely follows more of a numerological, did I say that word right? Numerological, yes. Style of reading, which I'm fascinated by and I love it. So it's just a really fun deck to use. I really like the interpretations in the guidebook, so excited about that. I edged it in the colors to match the fronts here, which I definitely copied from someone else. Who was it? I want to say it was Sylvie from Tarot Magpie, maybe? Question mark. Actually, I don't know. Is that true? Maybe. Someone here on YouTube did this, and I was like, oh, yes, slay. I gotta do that too. And I love it. Gotta make her bag, though. I just got some new yarns from my older sister who dyes yarn. I got some fun, bright colors, so I really think I should reserve some of it to make a bag for this. Yeah. Anyway, Faerie Tarot. Should I? Do I even pull it out? The Bee Tarot. I'm not done. I'm not done with this. I don't think I'll ever be done. Maybe in like the depths of winter when the bees are asleep, but I love it. I can't shut up about this deck. So sorry if it's getting annoying, but also I'm really not that sorry. Because it deserves it. Look at that garden! It's so good, and just such a fun way to feel connected to the bees outside. Dawn Michelle's been using this deck as kind of a symbology for community. So if you're not one who really feels a connection to be the insect outside or just doesn't like them, but you like this deck, I think that's a really interesting way to see it instead. As like, ooh, reading's kind of community-based. But I'm a bee lover. I love bees so much. Oh, my snapdragons are just opening up. I love these pink ones. I have to find pink ones for next year. But yeah, okay, we'll stop. The Bee Tarot. She's still out. She's still kicking. Tarot of the She. This is our second Faerie Tarot. Also feels very summery to me. Feels kind of summer nights to me, I think just because of the black borders. But I love the way the guidebook is done for this deck. I really like the artwork. This was a more recent repurchase for me. I didn't connect with the artwork the first time around, and I definitely rehomed it in one of those weirdo kicks a lot of us got into of like, oh, if I'm not really using it, I must get rid of it. That whole declutter thing. What a collective time that was, right? Anyway, it's okay. We've moved on. But yeah, so I repurchased it after seeing it. Oh, in one of Varen Getchel's recent videos, they talked about how they got a tattoo of one of the poems, and I was like, oh right, like that's got poems in the guidebook. I need it again, and I'm so glad I do because I love it. It's so good, so perfect for this time of year. Yes. Tarot of the She. All right. And then we've got, I just did a walkthrough of this deck, and oh my gosh, totally fell in love with it and the whole setup of it. The Woodland Faerie Tarot. This is new from US Games. And it's so good. It's so good. I don't even think I've shuffled it yet, because I just did that video, or filmed it yesterday. Is it up and out? Yeah, it is. Okay, it is. Yeah, it's still in order, so we'll kind of skip around. I love the colors in it. It fits the bill for this time of year for me. The art style and the colors. But then also, since there's that tie to plants, it feels like something I want to use this time of year. I'm just really excited about it after doing that walkthrough. I totally, honestly, had a first impression of like, I don't know. But after really getting into the guidebook in that video, and not even really getting into it, just reading, there's like these little sentences at the bottom. I love it. I love it so much. I think it's so well done, so great. I can't wait to keep using it. Or start using it, really, because again, still in order. Woodland Faerie Tarot. Alright. Now we've got another Joanna Powell Colbert. We've got the Gaian Tarot. And I mean, that woman, she makes a good summertime deck. Look at the backs. Ugh, they're so good. So good. I love this deck so much. It's so beautiful. This is the old Llewellyn version, but it's out now from Red Feather. Comes with some extra borders, but I've seen there's a lot of videos on people modding it if you don't like them, and they come out beautiful. And I did have that version and did do that, and I liked it. Regardless, anyway, like, oh, it's so summery to me, this deck. I love it so much. I just love her art. I think it's so beautiful. Like, that's her with her lavender fields. Does anyone have tips on growing lavender? Because I have never successfully done it. I have such a hard time with lavender. And I've tried, like, because I had it planted in the ground and it was like, okay, that was getting too much water. I have it in a pot this year and it's still just, it's not doing its thing. It's so beautiful. Anyways, regardless, this is a deck that does the whole, like, human world meeting nature right for me. Usually that really bothers me and it ends up feeling really disjointed to me and, like, it brings me out of the world, but this one just does it so well. I love it so much. I love the guidebook. I love everything about it. It's just gorgeous. The way she paints. Oh my gosh. I love him. It's so cute. Just the best. I always get excited for, oh, look at that, for summertime to come around, because it's like, okay, we're in Joanna Powell Colbert season, baby. I use her decks year round, but like, this is when they really come out to play, and I just love them so much. So, that was the Gaian Tarot. And as always, I'll have links to everything down below. And I should say, if I have something, you know, like this, where this particular version is out of print, I still will link. This goes for anything. I link whatever copy version it is you can get at the moment, if that exists. If it's like out of print and you can't get it, then I'll say so in the description, but like I'll link the Red Feather one. So, you know, if you're looking for that. Anyways, Desert Illuminations! This one is summer to the max. I pretty much only use this one in summertime. Oh, I've got the little pamphlet. I mean, color. Whenever I think like, okay, I always get to this point in the year, whenever it starts getting just really warm outside, I start craving color. This is the first one that has to get moved to the in-use shelf because, God, so much color. And like, look at that. There is a new Oracle coming out. I just was watching Lisa and Danny's hot takes, and there is a Cowgirls and Aliens Oracle coming out. I'm so glad they talked about it because I never would have even glanced at that deck because it's just not usually my thing, says the woman with the Desert Illuminations that is literally cowboys, cowgirls, and aliens. But wow, does that oracle look amazing, and I think it would be so fun with this tarot. They said Zeke's Arcana too, which, like, yes, agree, but I also think the Desert Illuminations, right? Oh, like, look at these colors. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I love it so much. It's just a beautiful deck. And so perfect for the summer. So, Desert Illuminations. Let's get that pamphlet back in the middle so she doesn't get crushed. Where am I putting things down? Oh geez, okay. Monstarot. Yay! Oh, did I even say, this is not a culmination of every deck I have that feels summery. This is the current vibe. So we're looking at decks I'm bringing out for summer, but also it's just the current vibe. This is what I want to be using. And the Monstarot is one of those. Because this is an all year round deck for me, but since I'm in the mood for some color, I needed to have a Joanna Nelson deck out because she's another one who does color so right for me. Oh, I love her decks and I love the way she paints and the colors she uses. It just makes me so happy, and this is exactly the feeling I want right now when it comes to just bright, sunny colors. I love this deck so much. And it does. I mean, a lot of her decks, they feel summery because she uses such bright colors. I guess except for that alien one. I don't have that one, but that one's black and white and red. But otherwise, mostly this kind of beautiful, beautiful colors. I love it so much. So that's the Monstarot. Okay. Tarot de St. Croix. I mean, just look at the cover. Summer. This to me, though, it does feel a bit more towards that harvest season. Like late July, August, but I'm just kind of wanting to use it. Really. I haven't used it in quite some time, but it's one I really like. And so I just feel like using it. Even though it's got that real, like, hazy, late summer, almost early autumn feel to me with the colors. Because it's colorful, but they're a bit deeper of colors, a little tiny bit darker. But I think it's so beautiful. And there is this just kind of fieriness to it. It's got like a hazy feel. I don't know how else to describe that, but I really, really enjoy this deck. I love the guidebook. I just love anything Lisa de St. Croix does. I love her decks. I've got two of them, at least the two I have, but I'm interested just in anything else because I think she's great. So that is the Tarot de St. Croix. Love that. All right, next, of course, we have to bring out the bugs. Insecta Obscura Tarot. So excited about this. I don't think I've had this out since probably last summer. Because that's just where it seems to fit. Because, I don't know, bugs. Bugs are all out and about right now. Especially since in this there's so many different kinds. I mean, there's all different kinds of bugs, but there's really a lot of like moths and butterflies and beetles. And those are really out to play right now in this current moment. But I love it. I had this in my nighttime basket actually because it really feels so summer nights to me. But while I'm kind of simultaneously craving bright colors, but also a little bit of darker decks, like a little bit of darkness. It's kind of like, it depends on the mood of the day, but those seem to be the two. And so I thought this would really fit the bill of if, you know, I'm not necessarily wanting the bright colors. I want some darkness that day. This still feels summery to me, but, you know, with the black background and this kind of ornate border, it's got a bit of that, I don't know, like, gothic feel. This deck makes me think of the book The Familiar that I raved about. I don't know if it was last month or the month before, by Leigh Bardugo. It's her latest book, which was amazing. I can't stop thinking about it. But this deck reminds me of that book. If I were pairing more books and decks, which maybe I should do that soon, this would be the pairing. I love it. So good. Which actually, in the latest video on Don Michelle's channel of WTF is up with that, I paired the Terra Volatile. But now I'm kind of like, oh, I actually feel like this might have been a bit of a better pairing. Anyways, regardless, excited about that. Insecta Obscura Tarot. Alright. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. The Chrysalis Tarot. First of all, the bag. Let's just talk about what a perfect match. I'm so obsessed with that. I got this yarn as this, like, I don't know. It was some, like, free thing my sister sent me. And we actually both ended up picking out this yarn without even discussing it because it was just so beautiful. And I held on to it for almost like a full year because I just didn't know what to do with it. And sometimes that happens with certain yarns I get where it's like, I just have this feeling of it's going to have this perfect moment. Kind of like the yarn color I used for my Witch Sister Tarot. I held on to that for so long too, but this one, I was like, it's gonna have its moment. And then I got this, it was like, yes, yes, so good. But I am so excited to have this deck out again. It really does feel, I think it's an all year kind of deck, but the colors and this rich gold and the fantasy elements with, it's like nature and fairies. It just feels very summery to me. But I love this deck so much. It's just so beautiful. And I love the way it's done. I love the way the guidebook is written. Just all around fantastic. There's so much in this deck too. From, you know, mythological creatures, nature, actual mythology. There's so much going on in the best kind of way. And I think it's just so beautiful to look at. So I am very excited to have this out again. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. So that's the Chrysalis Tarot. All right. Next up, we've got the Animal and Botanical Tarot. I'm so excited to have this one out. I did such an extensive walkthrough when this came in, right at the end of last year. But I knew from just, you know, going through it as deeply as I did, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a summertime deck. I mean, look at the backs. Just the whole look of it feels very summery to me, and it could just be down to the fact of getting into animals and botanicals really ramps up for me in the summertime. But I think it's the colors. It's mostly about the colors that are used because there are plant and animal decks that I definitely love to use in the winter time. I just think this is one that slots into the summertime for me because of how the artwork is done. But it's so beautiful. This is one I just showed in my extracurricular decks because I really feel like I learned so much from this deck, and it's just so gorgeous. I love it. I'm so excited about this, and look at those. I can't get over the backs. They're just so pretty. So that is the Animal and Botanical Tarot. And are we at the last tarot? Yes, okay, we're at the last tarot. So last but not least, we've got the Green Witch, which also was in that comparison video lately, and I'm so glad I did that one because it made me completely fall back in love with this deck. Because not gonna lie, it was actually sitting in my timeout bin, which is exactly why I have that timeout bin, because things come back out of it all the time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, that's what I saw in it. And doing that video just brought this deck back to life for me. And interestingly, I totally didn't think this was gonna be the outcome. B Tarot, of course, safe as always. Or I guess, you know, as it has been since it came out. But I don't know how I'm feeling about the tarot. The Witch's Garden, but I'm letting that sit for now and just enjoying the B Tarot and the Green Witch Tarot, which is, it's so beautiful and feels so perfect for this time of year. I think my problem was I was always trying to pull it out for Yule season because of the backs. It's the colors on the backs make it look like it's good for Yule season, but then, like, if you look at it, the wreath is made of roses, which is a summer plant. It's just that the green is it's like that cool tone green. But I almost feel like if the background was a warm toned green, it would give off a completely different vibe. And to me, this feels summer. So that is the last tarot I've got pulled out. So let's move on to the oracles. Okay, first up for the oracles is the Seed and Sickle Oracle, which was just gifted to me by a lovely viewer, and I'm so excited about it. It was just so incredibly kind of them to think of me with this deck that they were rehoming, because this is actually one I have had before. I think I had it kind of like when it was just out. But that was when I was still living in a rental, so wasn't really at all into gardening. And so I think it just didn't connect because of that. And now, going through this deck again when it came in, total different experience. Because now it's like I'm so much more familiar with these plants. I grow a lot of these plants, which just makes it feel so special. So I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be trying out this deck again because I think the artwork is so beautiful. I love the whole dual guidebook situation. And again, it's like I feel such a different connection to these plants now. Or I think perhaps just feel a connection to these plants now in general. And so I really think this is gonna be a good one for me. I'm excited, but these colors are so good for summer, I think, and, you know, as well as the topic, of course, but yeah, really excited about this one. So that is the Seed and Sickle Oracle. I'm so excited to explore this situation. It'll be interesting, because I almost feel like for a little bit I'll read both and kind of just explore that. Truly just explore. So, Seed and Sickle. Great. Of course. What would summer be without the rose alchemy? I don't know. I don't think that's possible. Even possible to imagine, considering my absolute deep special interest in roses now. You thought I loved them last year with my obsession over this one and the Oracle of the Roses? Just wait. I've gotten real wild with it. More so with just my own rose gardening I'm able to do this year with the bare root roses I got, but I've just got plans. I'm gonna have someday a rose garden extraordinaire, and I can't wait. It practically already is that, just that. I've got plans and I'm so excited, and so with the amount that roses and learning about roses has been on my mind, this had to come out. I've been learning so much, I'm so obsessed. So obsessed. My next venture is propagating. I might do that today. Start that process today. I'm so excited. But yes, love this one so much. Rose Alchemy, a great one. It pairs so well with so much. Alright, next we've got the Myths and Mermaids. I had to take out an ocean-y one. I'm not really feeling the ocean vibe currently. I'm going on a trip in like a week or so with my family to Florida. We're going to Disney. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We haven't done a family vacation in years and years and years. And so this, we figured, would be kind of like our last big one before anyone, I don't know, brings in children. My older sister got married last year. I don't know what their plans are. Oh my gosh, yikes. That was the thought. Anyways. Oh my god, I'm feeling so embarrassed. Not for me. I am still a child myself. So, but I don't know. My older sister, I think they want children. Gosh, I need to close my mouth. Okay, Myths and Mermaids. Oh, I'm embarrassed. Am I gonna cut that out though? No, because then I'd have to find it, and that's like a lot of work. I really like this deck. It feels like the one ocean deck I have that I can use outside of ocean territory. Because I don't live near the ocean. I'm like an hour, little more than an hour away, I would say. So I don't have many. But I've got two that feel real extra beachy that I'll bring if I'm going on like beach vacations, which doesn't happen often, but you know. But this one feels like, I don't know, it's more like siren energy is what I say. It feels very usable outside of the ocean. Oh wait, no, and I have a new one. That Seashell Oracle. Anyway, Myths and Mermaids. I'm so stressed. I feel like, what a weird thing for me to say on the internet. Gosh, that's just, wasn't my wording, it was my mom's wording. As to why we're doing this family vacation. Gosh. Okay, stopping about that now. We're going on to the Faerie Temple Oracle. We know her, we love her so much. Favorite, favorite, favorite. Yay. 'Tis the season for the Faerie Temple, and I'm excited because this is a huge favorite of mine. It just glows. It glows, this deck. It's so gorgeous. And it's got plant elements in there. So great. Very summery feeling to me for that. The colors are awesome. So yeah, that is the Faerie Temple Oracle. Okay, next is one that's been out for quite a few weeks now that I've just been thoroughly enjoying. That's the Dirt Gems. I just think, I don't know, I love it. I'm so in love with this deck. I think it's great. This is the new mass market version, which is awesome. So awesome. But the colors in this deck, I think it's just gonna pair so well with so much that I have taken out. It's been pairing so well with the things I've had out. It just really, this one surprises me how seamlessly it goes with so much of my collection. Like, even if it's not the most amazing visual pairing, it's one of those things where you're like, oh, but it still works. Something about it still works. I think it's a great plant deck. It's probably my favorite plant oracle at the moment, dare I say. I just think it is so well done. It's so great. So, Dirt Gems. Okay. Next, we've got the Green Witch Oracle. This just feels like a cozy hug. I don't know. It just, something about it feels so warm and cozy to me. I've been loving this deck, especially on like rainy warm, rainy days. You know, that the like, it's got summer storm energy where it's like we're stuck inside, but we can kind of watch the thunderstorm. I don't know. That's just what I feel. It's like summer cooking too. I think it's so beautiful, and I can't wait to pair it with so many different things. I think the Green Witch Tarot is going to be awesome with this. I think it would really pair well with the Chrysalis. What else? What else do I have going on over there? Ooh, maybe Herbcrafters? The Faerie Tarot. I think it pairs with everything. Another one that just so versatile. I've really been enjoying this one. This one, definitely an underdog deck for me, for sure. This Green Witch. I really didn't appreciate this one for quite some time, and now I'm like, oh wait, this is the best! Green Witch, great, love her. Okay, this is a fun one. This one's not really necessarily summery per se, but I don't know, I just wanted it out. This is more of a vibe situation. Mendelevian. As I just had it in also that extracurricular decks video, and I'm like, wait, why don't I use this more? It's so fun. And I think too, what was I thinking this would be fun with? Desert Illuminations. I don't know. It could be actually really not good together, or it could be great. Oh, maybe you should take out Zeke's Arcana with this one too. Ooh, I just think, so my prediction really is like once I can get that Cowgirls and Aliens Oracle, I think it's gonna just, knowing my little neurodivergent brain and how I just can be consumed by things, I just have a feeling that the vibe of that deck is going to be all-consuming. So I'm gonna want other decks with that vibe, and I feel like this'll fit. That's my prediction, but also I'm just excited about it. I really want to just use it more. I haven't used it a lot, and it's like, well, why? But I think it could be the bright colors. The bright colors do fit a summery feel, so there's that. It's so good. It's so good. I can't wait. I'm going to try that with Desert Illuminations. I think it could be really cool. If not, I think when I did first get it, I paired it with Zeke's Arcana, and that was good. Which is another one that is going to fit the bill, I think, for that kind of Cowgirls and Aliens vibe. So, I have to fix this bag, but it's a pretty bag. All right, then we've got the Fairy Forest. This is another Fairy Oracle we've got out now. Another one where it's just got this like luminous feel. I cut the border, this is another one that had 2 borders, and so I cut the first, there might have been 3 borders. I cut it down to like that last color border because I really like it. I like how it frames the images. It's just got, it's truly, that's the word for this artwork, is luminous. And I think this one's gonna pair really well with a lot of decks too. Like I would use this, of course, with Green Witch. I think it'd be really cool with maybe the Chrysalis? I don't know, Herbcrafters? I don't know. Insecta Obscura, I think that'd be super cool. I just love this deck so much. It's an oldie but a goodie, this one. At least to me. As oldie as I can get with decks, considering how long I've been reading. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyway. Alright. Then we've got the Universal Dragon Oracle. This is one. I've had this for a long time. Considerably. And it's, I just like, I don't know what it is. It's one that as soon as it goes in the box and like goes back into a bin or whatever, I just immediately start discounting it as like, I don't know about that one. And then as soon as I take it out again, I'm like, oh, wait, this one is really good. Why do I always just start thinking it's not? Because it is. I took this deck out when I was picking out the decks and was like, I don't know, is this even that good? I was like, then I took the cards out. I was like, yes, it is that good. I love the keywords on it. It's got a great guidebook. I think the images are beautiful. Again, I think it's going to pair so beautifully with so much. Specifically, I feel like Tarot of the Sidhe. This is going to be really cool with that deck. It's such a good dragon oracle. Not many dragon things tend to work for me for some reason. But I don't know. This one and another one I'm going to show, they just really fit the bill. The other one is no surprise. Like, obviously I would like that one. But this one, it was like, I don't know, I just kind of wanted a dragon deck. And I just love this one. And I just forget that I do. So, yeah. Excited to have this one out. That's the Universal Dragon Oracle. Alright, we're up to the last pile here. And let's talk about this one since I keep mentioning it. The Seashell Oracle. This is the one I think pairs really beautifully with the Good Tarot. I can't wait to see how they read together. But this is my other ocean beach themed deck that doesn't feel... It doesn't feel super, super watery to me. Or super, like, ocean. I don't know. It feels approachable as someone who likes to match decks to their surroundings. Oh gosh, dropping things. So sorry for that noise. Or I guess someone who tends not to connect to very watery decks purely because she doesn't live near the ocean. This one though, doesn't feel that way. And I love these Broccoli Magazine decks so much. I've got all the ones that are out right now. And yeah, I'm just excited to use this one. I had out the new flower one, and I've been really liking that one. But I put it away for now because I kind of wanted to let this one shine while I feel like can be in that, a bit of that beachy zone, you know? Because I haven't used this one much, but I really like it. It's so pretty. I think this, though, could also really fit into kind of a goddess work practice. Divine Feminine, perhaps. So I could see this one outside of this season still getting some use. So I'll be just curious to see. I don't know, but I love it. It's so pretty. That is the Seashell Oracle. Okay, then we've got the Southern Botanic Oracle, and this is definitely inspired by Shayna from Shayna D. Oh, I'm forgetting her username. I know it's Shayna D. something. Yeah, I cannot think of it. I don't know. Anyways, the past like 2 days on Instagram, showing that she's been using this oracle with Herbcrafters. Never would have put them together because I would have thought the white borders on Herbcrafters, it would have bothered me to pair it with an off-white border. But, oh my gosh, is it such a beautiful pairing. I really love it, at least. I love seeing how Shayna's using them together. And so that's really the inspo, was I want to try that. But also a great deck for this time of year. May pop. I want to get that next year. Passion Flower. I'm excited about it. But yeah, beautiful deck. And I also the dual work this one is doing is I have been pairing it with the B Tarot and loving that pairing. So I know it's got some multi-use. I'm really excited for this one to have multiple pairings because it's one that I had a hard time pairing for quite some time. I love that tomato card. So that feels exciting to me. So she had to be out just because of the possibilities that have come into my awareness. So, Southern Botanic Oracle. Love her. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I feel like I'm missing ones because I dropped one earlier. Remember that? And that was the Field Guide to Garden Dragons. This is my other dragon deck, but I don't know. This is not a surprise that I love this one, right? Because it has a different kind of dragon vibe. It's dragon combined with gardens. It's taking plants and turning them into these dragon creatures. I love it so endlessly. It's amazing. I like too that we get so many vegetables. I just think it's so fun. I love this deck. If someone said use this every day for the rest of ever and that's it, I mean, I would be sad because I'd miss my other decks, but when it came time to do my readings and I was reading with this one, I'd be like, yeah, this is alright. I could do this because I think it's so fun. I love this deck. I love the messages I get from it. I love how it pairs with decks. I think it's so great. Such a favorite. Field Guide to Guarded Dragons. It just is one of those that makes me so happy. Genuinely so happy. Okay, then we've got, this is the combined Seeker and Messenger Oracle by Raven Falon. I love the bag I have for this one. I just think it's such a good match with her artwork. I love Raven Falon's artwork. Another one that feels luminous. I love this one for summer. The colors, the light, the brightness, this gold border. I love it. I used it constantly last summer. And so I'm really excited to have it out again. Because it's one, I have a hard time using it in the kind of fall, winter, just because of the bright colors. And so I don't really use it. But when it comes time around to pull this out again, it's like I always have this feeling of like, oh, I missed you. Because it's so good. It's so good. It's such good fantasy, summer fantasy feels. So fun. I just love the colors in that deck. So that is, again, both the Seeker and Messenger Oracles combined. I don't know what's what because I received, these were Andy's old decks. I think she might have trimmed them somehow. I don't really know how, but they seem trimmed. So I don't really know what the like out of box look is. I don't know what card belongs to what. I don't know. Last but not least, oh my gosh, we're up to the last one. We've got another Lisa de St. Croix deck. It's the Invoking the Goddess Oracle. I've been using this quite a bit already this month. And again, another one, I just am so surprised how well it matches with so much. It's a circular deck, but I love it. I love it. It's a goddess deck, as it suggests, and you get the painting of the goddess on the front with this just beautiful, colorful gradient background, and then you get your message right on the back. And it's a keyword. So you get like the name of the goddess, this little writing bit, and then you get a keyword and then a key message there. So it really packs quite the punch on one card. You get a lot of different pantheons in here. I just think it's beautiful. It feels like you get these mini snow globes almost. I don't know. They have this real kind of portal energy to me. I don't know if portal's the right word, but I just am obsessed with the kind of gradient backgrounds. I really love this deck. I've never used it as a daily pull deck. This is the first time I've ever done that, and I'm really happy I decided to try that because I think it works really well. And I'm really loving how this artwork pairs with so many different decks. Very surprisingly versatile. So yeah, very excited about that one. For summer, that is the Invoking the Goddess, Oracle, and Action. And that, my friends, is the last deck I have to show you today. So I'd love to hear, if you are a seasonal kind of person, what decks you're using right now, or even if not, just what are you liking? I like knowing. But other than that, I hope you're having a great day so far, and I'll see you again very soon.